You're listening to the Uplevel Your Online Business Show, where wealth is empowering, purpose is crucial, and high vibes are non-negotiable. And now, here's your host, certified business coach and practical woo strategist, Sarah J. Loureiro.
Hey beauty, did you know that I just opened up some spots to work with me one-on-one? As an exclusive one-on-one business coaching client, you will get access to pretty much everything that I release this calendar year. So including my mastermind, including the amazing fully booked formula. If this is your year to finally up-level your business to the income and impact that really pushes you beyond your wildest dreams, we need to talk. You can book a free call with me to see if you're a good fit from the link bit.ly//let's talk success. That's uppercase L, uppercase T, uppercase S. Or you can head over to my website at sarahjloureiro.com/workwithsarah to find out more. All right. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Uplevel Your Online Business podcast. Today, I wanted to hop on and talk to you about vision boards, especially because I am currently creating my brand new vision board for 2020. And I've been creating vision boards for a few years now, but I've only recently started to create vision boards in a way that makes them so much more high converting and makes them so much more special. And I would love to share with you my methodology or my new methods to doing vision boards in a way that one, makes them high converting, but two, just like focuses on what you really want to feel in the next year, or whenever you decide to create your vision board. You don't necessarily need to create a vision board at the beginning of a year. So if you're watching this or if you're listening to this in the middle of the year or maybe in March, feel free to, I always say this, you can literally transform your life and pick up and start over again at any point in time. You don't need to wait until Monday. You don't need to wait until January. You don't need to wait until the next morning at 8:00 a.m. You can do it right where you are, as you are. There's always an opportunity for you to change your life. Okay, so first let's talk about vision boards and what the heck they are. And for anyone who is listening to this and who's kind of never created one, essentially what a vision board is you just put a whole bunch of things on a board, usually pictures, although you can also have text in your vision board of what it is that you want to cultivate in your life. So if you want to call it manifesting, you can totally call it manifesting. But basically, it's almost like an intention board. It's almost like a dream board. It's like, you want to go on a trip to Mexico and you really want to save up for this trip. You're going to put that on your vision board to essentially have it become top of mind, right? So to essentially have it become something that you're looking at every single day, so that you're always thinking about this one vision. And the idea with vision boards is that over time, if you consistently looking at them and consistently thinking of that thing that you're picturing, you'll start to create more and more action towards it. And eventually those actions will come to fruition in terms of that end result of, going to that awesome trip to Tulum, right? Another view of vision boards is not just you creating the necessary steps to go forwards towards it, but it's also that, there are outside powers that are outside of our control that are all helping us to create this vision, to have this vision come to life. And so the more that you look at it, the more that your subconscious really programs that into your mind, so that this is what you want in terms of this trip to Mexico, for example. And sometimes what ends up happening is it's not even that you end up saving the money to go to this trip to Mexico. It's that you end up, one of your family members ends up inviting you for free. Or the one day you call the radio station who's offering a trip to Mexico and you happen to be, the 20th caller or whatever it is. So, oftentimes, that's also what happens if you believe in higher powers, if you believe in the energy of things, the universe, God, or whatever you believe in. Vision boards are just an extra step to keep that top of mind, to keep whatever it is that you envision happening for yourself in your future top of mind, so that you can constantly be thinking about it and that higher power can conspire in your favor. Vision boards are beautiful. I've personally been doing vision boards for years, and it's incredible what has happened as a result of just putting a picture up on a board. And I can't even begin to explain to you how many times I've created vision boards and I've created almost like my own path, expecting things to happen in a specific way. And I end up getting the exact same thing as the result. I end up getting, I end up being able to quit my 9 to 5, or I end up being able to build my house, or I end up being able to go to the trip to Mexico, for example. But it doesn't usually happen the way that I planned it to happen. It happened anyways. And it's usually as a result of just being open to things happening that are outside of the plan, right? And so the way that I've been doing vision boards lately has shifted a lot. And I think it's especially shifted now that I've really up-leveled my business, because I've started to understand the principles of up-leveling and really just feeling good in life overall. Okay, so let's get right to it. How are you going to plan out this vision board? Let's say, for example, if your vision board is for the next year, or let's say, for example, you do a vision board for each and every birthday, what you're going to want to decide first and foremost is how you want to feel. Okay, so instead of just saying to yourself, well, I really want a new car, or I really want a new vacation, just ask yourself first, how is it that you want to feel? So what is the vacation going to allow you to feel? What is the car going to allow you to feel? And you can either put the image of the car or the vacation on the vision board, or you can also put a picture that reflects that feeling. That reflects the feeling that you're going to feel, the feeling that you want to feel. And every time that you look at that photo, be it of the vacation or the car or the feeling, you want to feel that feeling. And I know that that's so redundant. It's all about feelings, but you want to be able to feel whatever it is, whatever emotion that you want to get out of that picture, out of that image that you put on your vision board. That is what's the most likely to generate the results that you want to generate from the images that you put up there. So it's not necessarily just about going on a trip to Mexico. It's about, what does that allow me to feel? Well, maybe it's the feeling of relaxation. Maybe it's the feeling of abundance. And how can I feel relaxed and abundant now so that I can help align my thoughts with manifesting those feelings and those emotions in the future? I'd also highly recommend for your vision board that you structure it in a way where you're not just thinking about one thing in your life. So if you haven't heard of like the pie of life and the pie of essentially life goals and all of the different pieces of the pie in terms of life satisfaction, I highly recommend that you Google that. And the basic principle behind it is that life fulfillment happens in various different pieces of the pie. And so oftentimes we feel like we're pretty full on one piece. Let's say, for example, if it's health or financial abundance or relationships or intimate relationships or family, for example. And in a lot of the other pieces of the pie, we tend to be a little bit more scarce. But here's the thing, the more that we up-level those other pieces, the more that it's going to positively reflect the pieces that are already full, or the pieces that feel a lot fuller. So if you want to have an extraordinary life, if you want to have your absolute dream life, and you're thinking about it only in terms of financial abundance and just making more money, I recommend that you look into those other pieces and ask yourself where you are in those other pieces as well. Ask yourself how satisfied you are, right? In terms of your friendships, in terms of your intimate relationships. And if there are some of those pieces that feel really, really shallow, feel really, really small, then start to put some things in your vision board that are going to evoke you having more of those other pieces of the pie as well, that are going to contribute to feelings of well-being that are in turn going to contribute to the whole idea of becoming more financially abundant. You essentially want your vision board to reflect your best life. So what does your best life look like, right? Is it that you're eating healthier? So maybe you want to put some nice nutritious food on your vision board. Is it that you want to lose weight? Is it that you want to meditate more, right? Is that what financial abundance and just living the life of your dreams, is that what it looks like as well, right? Because not everything is just about the one piece of the pie. You want to make sure that you're putting a variety of different images in there to evoke a variety of different feelings and really make sure that you are becoming that best version of yourself in all of the different areas of your life. Because here's the thing, you're allowed to have it all, right? And I think that normally what happens with us is we feel like we can't have it all. We feel like we can't have the health and the amazing friendships and the amazing intimate relationship and the amazing relationship with our family. So we feel like we need at least one. We want to try to at least fill one of them up. And so usually it's financial security. So we want to feel abundant. We want to have great jobs. We want to have great businesses and things like that. But if you're not actively also working on all of the other pieces, it's always going to feel a little bit unfulfilling. There's always going to be some sort of a void in terms of your quest for that financial abundance, in terms of your quest for traveling or buying the high-end goods or whatever it is that really you feel like really propels you forward. So I would highly suggest for your vision board that you really think about all of the pieces of the pie and really start creating and really putting in photos that help you to manifest all of those different areas of wealth and health. And really believe that it's possible. Really believe that you can have it all and that you can work on every single aspect of your life, because the more that you work on those areas that feel really shallow, the more fulfilled you become, and the easier that then becomes to attract more of, the ones that you really want to focus on, like financial abundance, like intimate relationships, or what have you. All right, so when you think about all of those different areas of how you want to feel, now you kind of get to decide what is the timeline for this vision board? Is it just like forever, right? Is this just something that you want to put everything that you want to accomplish in your life, for the next 5 or 10 years on a vision board? Or do you want this to be something that you're continuously changing year to year or month to month? It's totally up to you. But what you want to also do is try to feel a little bit reasonable with your goals. So if you have just started your business and you want to hit a $500,000 year, unless you're willing to invest like probably around $50,000 or $60,000 in your business this year, you want to kind of have a little bit more of a step up there. So maybe you want to hit a 6-figure year in your first year. That's totally possible, totally doable. Maybe you want to be published in the New York Times, but yet you don't even have a business started. Maybe that's something that you want to maintain, and you can maintain that for a 3-year plan or for a 2-year plan, and just like not put hard and fast deadlines on a lot of these visions manifesting themselves. So once you've decided what type of vision board you're going to have, if you're going to have a month-to-month, if you're going to have a year, if you're just going to have like a lifetime vision board, now you can start to get creative. What I usually love to do is I love to go on Pinterest, or I love to just go on Google. And I love to just Google specific images. So, if it's a trip to Tulum, I'll Google like my favorite image of Tulum, and I will print that out and I'll put that on my vision board. Sometimes it is amazing quotes of how I want to feel. So if there are really awesome boss babe quotes out there, I'm going to, put those into my printer, print out those, and then cut them up and then put those on my vision board. If it's specific words like abundance, right? Or your specific word that you want for this year of your life, you can put that word in there. You can put as many trips that you want to manifest as you want. I mean, it's a vision board. You're supposed to have fun with it. If you want specific products, if you want specific relationships, if you want things to happen and you don't even know how they're going to happen yet, that's okay. Put them on your vision board anyways. Just have fun with it and really feel into all of the amazing, beautiful feelings when you are thinking all of this up and dreaming all of it up. And so your last step with your vision board is to put it somewhere where you're going to be seeing it on a daily basis. So you want to make sure that it's not like, hiding in your home office that you rarely go into, or hiding in, like your storage area of your house. You want to make sure that maybe it's on your bathroom mirror, for example, or maybe it's right beside your bed. So every morning when you wake up, you're able to look at all of those images and really get a feel of them, right? Get a feel of the excitement that you would have when you finally book that trip. to Tulum. I keep on talking about Tulum. Clearly, I want to go to Tulum. But you want to make sure that you are constantly reminded of all of these things that you want, because the more that you look at them, the more that you're going to plug that thought into your subconscious, and the more that you're going to be thinking about those things on a daily basis. And as we know, thoughts create actions, right? Actions create results. So the more that you think about what you want, the more that you're going to create actions based on what you want, the more that you're going to create results from those actions. And it becomes really, really cool when you start to manifest things that are in your vision board that you had no idea you were capable of manifesting. Maybe it's the fact that you go to a business conference next month, and yes, you really wanted to go to a business conference and you had that up on your vision board, but you didn't realize that by going to that business conference that you were going to meet someone who is going to get you published in an online magazine that you've always wanted to be published in. And you had no idea that that was the course of action. Of course you didn't know, because so many of these things go unplanned. There's so many things in our lives that we think of, that we dream of, that we know that we're totally capable of. And even though we don't know how they're going to happen, they end up happening anyways. And that's what manifesting is. That's what believing in a power that is greater than yourself. That's what it's all about. And so the more that you can put that front and center of your mind, the more that you're going to be helping that higher power create those actions that are going to get those results that you want. So in simplest form, a vision board is something where you can look at the specific things that you want to create in your life, and because of the fact that you're constantly reminded of the fact that you want to create these things, you are going to continuously work towards having those things. So in the simplest form, you put up an image of Mexico on a vision board, and every single day you're reminded that you want to go to Mexico. So every time that you think about spending money on something else, you end up spending, or you end up saving on your beautiful visit to Tulum, rather than spending on, let's say, for example, the third pair of sandals that you want to buy this month that you don't actually need. And then by the end of next month, because you've been so focused on getting the money to go to Tulum, guess what? You're in Tulum. And then the vision completes itself. And then there are other circumstances where you put the vision of going to Tulum on your vision board, and for whatever reason, it gets gifted to you, right? And so having these things top of mind really, really helps them come to fruition that much quicker. And the final thing that I wanted to say here in terms of creating vision boards, and creating vision boards based on feelings and based on really living in your fullest, highest potential, and putting all of those pieces of the pie into your vision board, because it's so important, is providing the extraordinary effort and action necessary to make these things happen. So this is not, I do not mean that you're going to work on your business 50 hours a week. What I mean is the extraordinary action and effort that you want to take to get those things on your vision board might mean having that really difficult conversation, or putting yourself out there a little bit more on social media, or contacting the publicist to help you out with getting you published in those online magazines, or finally starting to create those connections to build better friendships for yourself. Whatever it is that you know that you need to do, what you want to do with that is provide that extraordinary effort necessary to make these things happen that much quicker for you in your life. And overall, when you create a vision board, you're literally speaking and printing things into existence. So you're acknowledging, even more than just kind of keeping things in your head, that this is what you want with your life, right? Show your vision board to your friends. Create your vision board with your friends. Talk about your vision board with other people, because the more that you start talking about it, and the more that you start bringing it front and center into your mind, the more likely that it is to happen. That's the beauty of vision boards. That's the beauty of, hanging up a whole bunch of little images on a corkboard that make absolutely no sense for anyone else. That is the beauty of a vision board, is it makes so much more sense for you. This is about your life. This is about your dreams. So this makes all of your dreams, all of your big, bold visions that much more specific for you. And remember that the more specific that you are with what you want in life, the more likely that you're going to work towards getting it. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I'd love to hear what you think. I'd love to hear what you've had manifest from vision boards in your life. Feel free to connect with me at Sarah J. Loureiro on Instagram, Sarah without an H, J, and then Loureiro. I'd love to hear from you. I know that so many of you have been telling me about how much you enjoyed this podcast, but let me know, is there anything in specific that you've been able to manifest from a vision board that you have absolutely loved and that you'd love to share with us? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Hey, did you like or love this episode? If so, I would so appreciate it if you left a review and rated this episode on iTunes. It would literally mean so much to me. And if you have Instagram and are all up in your Instagram stories like I am, I would love it if you would share this episode with your beautiful followers so they can also get all of the high vibes, all of the free information that I'm giving you here. Thank you so, so much.
Thanks for listening to the Uplevel Your Online Business Show. If you enjoy our show and would like the show notes and free goodies about how to grow your online coaching business, head over to sarahjloureiro.com for more information. We hope you'll tune in next time.